Now, our first guest is one-third of top urban hip-hop band N-Dubz, who are all set to conquer the music world stateside following their massive success here in the UK.
I tried to believe every word, your sweet story, but intuition keeps telling me you're making a fool out of me. But do you find out what to say that it's over? I've been wanting to tell you, but I don't know how to tell you. Do you find out what to tell them it's over? Baby, it's killing me. This just isn't right for me. I never ever 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 thought that it would ever get better. 'Cause I never ever 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 thought that it would ever get better. See, I never ever 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 thought that I could face this weather. But life, it will only get better. Trust me.
Welcome to the show, Tulisa. How are you today?
Hello.
I'm okay. I always feel a bit funny when I haven't got the boys with me. I'm a bit like,
We're
feel naked, but you're
We're
here. So
Where-
you can be
Fine.
the rest of the trio.
Yeah,
Me and
well,
you.
yeah, I'll wear the hat. That's about as much talent as I have. Where's Dappy? How is he?
Yeah, he's okay. I love the way everyone. That's the
How
first
you
thing
were.
everyone asks me. Where's that? Is he behaving?
He's such a big personality, though, isn't he?
He is.
So
Try it for 10 years.
does he? yeah. Does he do Sunday mornings?
Dappy doesn't really do many mornings, but he's quite good at getting ready fast. He gets out of bed, you know, like 2 minutes before we got to be somewhere. You get him up and he just literally throws on a tracksuit and he's ready. That's it.
I think they're lucky they have you in the band to actually keep
yeah.
them on the straight and narrow, get up early, do all this kind of stuff, keep it out there.
You think N-Dubz are bad now? If they didn't have me around, there'd be a lot more going on.
There's been a lot of talk about this recently, hasn't it? You've signed to Def Jam, is that
Yeah.
right? Congratulations.
Thank
that must be
you.
a huge thing to do.
It is, it's massive.
So you're about to conquer the States.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah. Are you prepared for the amount of time you'll most probably have to spend there? Because, I mean, over here, you can kind of now, a lot of TV programmes and concerts in a short period of time. Over there, it's...
I won't deny it, I'm scared.
Yeah, it takes a long
I'm scared.
time.
It's a lot of territory to cover, and you've got to be prepared that for the next maybe 2 years you can be spending most of your time out there and know you don't have any friends out there and you're going to be living in a new place with new people.
Yeah.
And I'm quite homely and I'm not, you know, I like routine and I'm not too into like big changes, so it's going to be
I think it
tough.
only really works in America if you do go there and put the time and effort in, because there's so many different territories to go to and different radios.
How much time are you going to spend over there?
We're going to spend a lot of time. If things go the way that we've planned, we're going to be spending a lot of time, and I'm willing to put the work in. I kind of said to myself, well, even though I don't want to spend loads of time out there, I love my home, I love being in England, and I love making music for the British fans. It's my dream that I've had since I was a kid, so it's too late to turn back now. I'm 22, that's it, I've got to go all the way. If it takes me the next 5 years out there, you've just got to push it.
I think having the backing of Def Jam as well, I think that they definitely seem to pick out the best and most talented of our British groups and transport them over to the USA.
Well, how is British urban music perceived in America at the moment, do you know?
Do you know what? I was quite shocked when I went over there and we were recording the new album. I was just listening to some of the stuff and the ideas from some of the producers, and we had a couple of tracks where we co-wrote with people. Everything was practically still written by N-Dubz. We were involved in every, you know, part of writing on every track. But I just was a bit like, the sound out here is so different, and everything from the way they write their choruses, I would want to go one way of a melody, they would be like, no, we want to keep it like this, very repetitive.
Do you think they're more predictable in the States? Do you think that maybe N-Dubz, for instance, would take more of a chance on doing something slightly different and unique because the British public get you and understand you?
100%. A lot of the time you play like some of the records out there and America's like, this is great, we love this, but like, it's not going to work out here. You got to flip it. So
Hey, I like your accent. That's
my
pretty
LA.
well, yeah, I like it. Have you met anyone who's germ-phobic yet?
Germ-phobic. Oh, because they're all quiet.
They don't like shaking hands, apparently, in a lot of the entertainment industries because they're germ-phobic.
We are a bit more reserved, but
They
not
go, sorry, I don't
germ-phobic.
shake hands, I'm germ-phobic. Have you not heard it?
that.
Because they walk around with sanitising things, you know, and all the
Oh,
time.
I've seen that. I've seen
and
the
they
spray.
shake your hand and then sanitise it afterwards, which
that's
is kind of...
entertaining to
Which is
watch.
kind of weird.
entertaining for
So is it
Dappy,
easier,
isn't
if you're going to go out to America, and is it easier that you're together with your schoolmates? Because Dappy's your cousin, you know, and you all went to school together, you're very close. Is that easier or is it a bit harder work, troublesome in a way?
Oh, definitely easier. If I was by myself out there, I wouldn't survive. I mean, I complain a lot, but when I finish a tour a month down the line, if I've had a bit of time off, which is rare, but just say I've been doing little bits and bobs on my own, I do end up feeling like, oh, I miss the tour bus. It like becomes a home, and being on a tour bus with not just Dappy and Fazer, but like 15 of their friends that have really smelly socks because they haven't showered in 2 days. And you just get used to that whole vibe, and I become like the one female, and it becomes like Goldilocks in the bed.
Actually, we got an email in that said, what's it like to be the only girl in the band? Is it... What happens with dressing rooms and things? And
I get my own dressing room.
Do you have to go, Dappy, turn round now, and stuff like that? Or you get your own dressing room?
They invade my space a lot, but I do have my own dressing room, but they're always...
But you've known them for such a long time, haven't you? And obviously family and everything. So I suppose there's just a natural way you are with each other. So if you want to scream and shout at each other, you can, which I think's easier when you don't have to be polite.
Yeah.
When you can say what you really think.
Yeah.
And there's going to be no real harm done.
I've always said this. We talk to each other like we're worst enemies, but because we're family, we wake up the next day and it's like...
It says you've got a Dappy tattoo in the papers. Is that true?
I do.
You do?
Yeah, we're just random. When he
Where's
was...
that?
It's on the back of my neck. Do you want to see it?
Yeah, I do, but I'm not sure we're going to be able to.
You probably be able to...
You have
I
to-
can
you
show
have to-
you really quickly if
can
you want to
look.
have a look.
Oh yeah, can you see that? Can we see?
Up high.
Did you?
Can you see?
Yeah, we've seen it. We've seen it.
Okay.
Look at your nails. Do that with your fingernails. Look at those.
Very glitzy.
I want. Can we get? Look at. They've got little diamonds on them or something.
Very sparkly.
Come on, Louise, keep up. Where's your diamonds on your nails?
I've got different colours, but not diamonds.
She's got rings on. That
You
makes
have,
up
haven't
for
you?
it.
They don't match. Is that supposed to happen?
That was.
As well as doing that, you also did this show, as well as N-Dubz, you also did this show. Louise, you loved it, didn't you?
I loved it, yeah. My mum and me. And it was you talking about your relationship with your mum, mental illness. And I loved it for so many reasons. I think mental illness is never spoken about. And I love the fact that you came out and wore your heart on your sleeve. And you were brilliant in it.
Thank you.
You documented it brilliantly.
It was, I can't deny it, a bit of a scary risk for me because I was sitting there thinking, okay, this is a lot. Like, this is like my whole life on a plate here. There's some really intense moments, and I was like, do I really want people to see this much of me? Because I always sort of said, I don't really like it when celebs put too much out there about themselves and they're sort of basking in the press. I do want a private life, and then they complain about it afterwards. So I was like, I can't really complain about this anymore because I'm now putting my life out there, and that was a big step to take.
I think the topic you was talking about is something that nobody ever really talks about, and the fact that you came out, I know people that it made a difference to that programme.
That's why I did it, is because looking at the concept and what it's about was something I was passionate about. And, you know, there's been loads of other things that people have asked me to do, but this was the only thing that I said, yeah, do you know what, I'll do that because I've got an understanding of it. I'm not going to sit and pretend that I'm interested in something or understand something that I don't.
Yeah.
Mental illness is something that I know about, and if I can help people, I will.
Should we have a little clip?
Brilliant.
Let's have a little look at it.
When Mum's well, we have a really loving relationship. But when she's ill, she becomes completely withdrawn and paranoid, hearing voices and imagining people are out to get her.
I'll come home one day and she might be crying, really emotional, just needs a hug, feeling sad. She doesn't know why she feels sad. Other times she might be more aggressive and on edge. It's very manic. It's very, you know, all over the place. 1 minute she's like this, 1 minute she's like that, and up, down, up, down.
Very brave thing to do. Has the reaction's been good afterwards, hasn't it?
Amazing.
Yeah.
Like, from the fans, just something like Twitter, as simple as that. Like
And your mum's reaction to it all?
my mum, she was happy with it. I think at first she was nervous, but she said, you know, I've been speaking to people and we've really helped people with our stories, so she's happy.
She should be
about.
very proud of you.
And now you're ambassador for things. You're doing Think Big programme, which is trying to get adults to understand children or youth.
Yeah, the WhyDo campaign is basically about understanding youth, more kind of like young people, why we do what we do, why we say what we say, just all the minor details, just trying to break down the communication gap between the older and younger generation, which I think is an important issue of today.
The adults don't get me at all.
Don't get with you.
What I don't get is why my kids have to say like just over and over and over
What do you
again.
mean like?
What do you mean like?
Well,
You're right, like. And the other day, I went
like.
down the shop
and
like.
so we went like. It's like it's like. So it's not actually. I always go to. It's not actually the thing. Then it's like the thing you're talking about, but not actually the thing. And they go, no, it's like.
Can I just say as well, Tim's girls are 8. So
And they're already saying like.
Yeah.
They're
The
ahead.
street. Not really. Not really. Well, that's a good thing to do. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it is. And I just really do think it's an issue that no one talks about and that needed to be brought up, because I think a lot of even from things like crime and stuff and kids running wild these days, I think it's because they don't have a feeling of relevance and importance. And I think if adults could praise children today more and understand them rather than dismissing things that they do, then it would help every kind of aspect of, you know, the world of the youth
very
today.
judgmental.